Hey guys, I don't know how you guys are feeling, but I can't wait for spring training because that means baseball's around the corner. And I know everybody's frustrated because the Guardians, as usual, haven't spent a lot of money. By the way, if you didn't see the Ultimate Cleveland Guardian show on Tuesday, Zach had a great line where I asked him about his young son, and he, because he just had a baby a few months ago, for those who don't know, and or daughter now. I can't remember. I forgot already. That's how good a friend I am. But he goes. He said the Meisels are making more additions than the Guardians. They're making more transactions.
Man. I don't know, man. I see. This is why people be like, man, G. Bush, you need to stop talking about baseball. And I said, but for me, all I care about is Bazana. I don't like you're the number one pick. I don't care nothing about.
He could be in the majors this year.
I just want to.
He will be.
I want to see some glimpses. Yeah. That's all I care about.
It's up to him.
On paper, the Guardians' line's terrible.
Who's the second baseman now?
Some guy.
To be determined.
Might be you.
Some guy.
Don't say that.
Right. No,
on paper, their lineup is bad.
I ain't got the glove like him in there.
In theory, if by June, DeLauder and Bazana are in the big leagues and playing up to their potential along with Manzardo, then their lineup could turn out to be really good.
That dude that you was all on last year, George
Valera.
Why? Because you was the one. I'm telling you that.
They cut him.
No, George Valera.
No, he was the top prospect at one time. He can't stay healthy.
By the way, for those who may have missed it or may care about such minor details, Pedro Avila, who they designated for assignment, cleared waivers. I was surprised by that. And he remains in the Guardians organization.
DeLauder, I think, will be up before Bazana. They just want DeLauder to play every day because he's had a ton of injuries too. They just want to get him in the routine of playing 4 or 5 days a week.
If he is great in spring training and exhibition season, he should absolutely start the year in the big leagues.
Well, I see.
And that's a disgrace.
Although they did it with Quan. They started Quan right away.
Yeah.
What we see is Spino.
I think he's finally healthy, but he won't start.
Did he have Tommy John again?
I would make him a reliever. Just make him a reliever. Take some of the strain
I
off.
just want to see it.
That dude's arms.
We've been hearing about this for years,
that dude is smuggling basketball. His biceps are that big.
Why is it that they have all these dudes?
It's got to be now. And most of them have not panned out to this point.
But y'all don't want to trade nobody. Like I don't understand.
Who doesn't want to trade? We want to trade.
I'm saying like them. They don't want to trade nobody, but we ain't gonna never see them.
They don't know which ones to trade because ain't none of them working.
So
now they all lost value.
Jason, you gave me a look when I said they have a terrible lineup on paper. You disagree with that?
No, I don't know what I was looking at.
Oh, I thought you would give me a look like I was wrong about that.
And are you guys going to get – this is tough. This is crazy because when we first got here, Tyvis, we was like, all right, we got to figure out what's going on with the Guardians. They told us a list of things we should work. We said Gabriel Arias. We were like, I was wondering where
I was never high on him.
Arias was supposed to be that guy.
I'm about to say, this man was.
Yeah, you can put Arias on me.
I thought he was going to be the guy, and he started getting minutes. And then – and then it turned out that Rocchio. How do you figure Rocchio's the last man standing?
Wait a minute.
If you would have said,
was your bold prediction,
if you would have said him,
he was my bold prediction. I liked Rocchio. I said he'd be an all-star. I was obviously wrong about that.
He did it.
I'm still not completely sold on him. He's got a lot more to prove.
Is you going to get playoff
Rocchio? He had a good postseason. He had a good postseason.
He will be their shortstop. Yes. But if he's batting .220 with no power,
he was good in the postseason.
He was very good in the postseason. Hopefully that will continue. We shall see.
Arias. I mean, I know you get sick of hearing it. I do too.
Oh, I don't want to hear about him.
He's still in the squad.
I'm not interested in him.
He's still with us?
He can bat 700 in spring training. I won't believe it until he does it during the
If he hits 700 in spring training, you're going to be excited.
The only thing I'm sure about offensively for the Guardians is Jose and Quan. That's it.
Yeah.
And Lane Thomas against lefties.
Whoa. What about Big Christmas?
And no, Carlos Santana should be good, but he's like 38. He can fall off a cliff at any time.
Big Christmas.
Your guys, the guys who carried you all year, was Naylor. You had Quan, who was flirting with 400, 100, and Ramirez. Those were your three. And Fry.
And Fry's hurt.
And Fry's hurt to start the season, and you don't have Naylor anymore. And it's like, okay.
My bold prediction: Quan gets 400.
Oh Lord.
There is a 0% chance of that happening.
What did you say? What vote say?
Fry can only DH this year when he comes back, which is not a surprise because he's coming off Tommy John.
Well,
so
then he's
he
not
will
going to play. I mean,
Yeah, he will. He'll DH.
well, I need Kyle Manzardo to play every
He
day.
ain't going to play every day.
That's absurd.
Oh,
That's absurd.
Jason, why you do that?
About
he's-
Big Christmas.
Well, you say that now. If he's playing well, he's going to play every
Obviously.
day.
So,
Yeah,
I mean, let's let this play out because Fry's not going to be back for
like June,
yeah.
July, maybe.
So let's see. I mean, maybe Santana's off the cliff at that point, and then Manzardo's.
Yeah.
But they love Santana.
But
Big Christmas.
Fry cannot play the field this year, so
Okay.
he can only DH.
yeah, but
I know somebody that can.
But Kyle
play.
Manzardo's upside is a million times better than David Fry.
And
So
it's-
if
unless they
Manzardo-
platoon it,
I
Fry
can't
plays against
platoon it.
lefties.
He's got to play every day in the beginning of the season. There's no reason he should be playing every day. And if he's playing really well, then I'm playing him every day.
You
can't-
know what they're going to say. They're going to play Carlos Santana because they feel he's in a gold
Well,
glover.
no, but Carlos Santana and Manzardo can both play every day.
correct.
But I want him to play at all times. This is the third year.
I know, but he is going to play every day in the beginning of the season. Jason's saying
Okay.
when Fry comes
When he
back.
comes back.
But the only way he's losing at bats when Fry comes back is if he's not performing. If he's playing at what his potential is
If he's
capable
hitting
of,
lefties
Right.
when Fry's healthy,
yeah.
then you got to figure it out.
Well, by the
know
way,
somebody that crushes
if he's
lefties.
playing well and they start
Christmas.
sitting him against lefties, it's the dumbest thing ever. The only way he's going to get better against lefties is by facing lefties.
I totally agree.
So I don't want to hear about David Fry, and David Fry's fine. Kyle Manzardo's your number one prospect.
No, he not.
Yes, he is.
Big Christmas is.
Big Christmas is not.
No, he's not.
Big
Bizon
Christmas
is probably the number one
Is a
prospect.
flawed player.
Manzardo's not even a prospect anymore.
He's not, but he was their number one prospect. Let's
How
go.
old is
Stop.
How old is Manzardo?
23? I don't know.
Manzardo.
Not sure.
Big
We got
Christmas.
Danny Green
Big
blew us
Christmas
off?
hit the clutches.
No, it's
ball.
an actual. This is VMix. Danny's ready.
Oh.
It's a complete. Never seen this issue before on VMix. So it's not Danny. Danny is ready
So
to
it's
rock.
a computer
We
failure.
It's not even a computer failure. The computer's working. Just a
it's
call.
bummer.
All right, well, it doesn't matter.
So
That's a bummer.
Keep talking
That
guards,
sucks.
but this is not.
Yeah, yeah,
Danny
yeah.
is ready. Do not. This is not a Danny
Yeah,
issue
it's not his
whatsoever.
fault. Okay.
No, the thing about and I think is it flawed that regular fans think of it like this? Usually, when you get a number one pick in the NFL, those guys we just talked about quarterbacks. They're playing immediately. You get a number one pick in the NBA. Not only are they playing immediately, they're going to have high usage. For baseball, it's like, you draft a guy number one overall, you really rarely hear about it. You don't even really hear about what his skill sets are, and then you kind of forget about it for 3 years.
No, it's getting faster. Baseball prospects are moving faster than they
Especially
ever
the college guys, which
Yeah.
which Bazana
Yes,
is.
especially the college.
He
players.
should be in the big leagues this
about
year.
the-
If he's
If he hits, he will.
if the first half of the year he's great in AAA, he'll be in the
here.
majors.
What
in
about the
summer.
one kid from Georgia, the hitter, the 6'6" or something like that, the outfielder? He could play in the. What's his name?
From
Oh, not on the Guardians.
No, not on the Guardians.
Oh, Caglione?
Is
No.
that he went
No.
like number 2 or 3?
no,
Yeah,
I
I
know
can't
what you're
think of
talking
his
about. It's not Caglione.
What is his name?
Who was that?
He from
did-
Georgia.
Those
He was
guys,
number
the
2.
guys who were drafted at the top last year, who were college guys,
Will they play this year?
some of them will. If
The
they're-
pitcher. What about the pitcher? It was a pitcher that was supposed to be good.
Yeah, I don't.
went to
Caglione
Cincinnati.
does both.
Yeah, I think he went to
He was
second
Those
to
guys,
Cincinnati.
the guys at the top, if they play great the first half of the year, will be in the big leagues the second half of the
Yeah.
year. As long as they're college guys, not the high school guys.
What is Bazana's comp? Like, what is his? Who is he? Is he
Chase
better at the
Utley.
plate? Is he had a glove? Is
He's got good power. He's small, but he's a little bit Pedroia-ish
Okay.
in that to me that he's
I think Chase Utley is a comp,
because he's lefty. I mean,
and Chase Utley's
Pedroia
a
was
borderline
righty.
Hall of Famer.
But Bazana's got a good bat to ball, a lot of power potential. I know we had talked about maybe moving the outfield. I don't think they have any intent
Yeah,
on doing that.
I've heard
he's
some-
a second baseman.
I spoke to somebody who told me they think he's an outfielder eventually, but the Guardians
Bazana?
don't think that.
No, I think he's a
This
second
is just
baseman.
somebody's opinion.
Yeah.
But everybody loves his bat
They're-
and his makeup.
Yeah, and I mentioned Arias earlier, and Bull yelled at me.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is he had a monster winter league that could be worth nothing.
Yeah.
Clearly.
Don't care.
But he's in the mix. I think Brito's got a really good chance.
Oh, no, they got rid of Tanya. What am I talking about?
Between Brito,
Juan.
Arias will get a look. Angel Martinez will get a look.
This is all second base.
Oh, yeah,
They could
for
even
second base.
look at
Martinez.
Freeman again back in
Freeman
second.
possibly at
Angel
second.
Martinez. That was my guy.
So I think
They're all
really,
temporary. It
I
doesn't
think,
matter.
I think they're really high on Brito. And
Yeah.
if Brito hits and then Bazana's ready, it's a good problem to have.
What's that pitcher? The big pitcher we got that's in the minors. He got the nickname.
Oh yeah, tugboat.
Yeah,
Tugboat.
He was in A-ball.
He was an A-ball, so
He's got a ways to go.
I know it's frustrating. If baseball's not your favorite sport, and you're used to the way football players and basketball players can impact immediately, it is frustrating when you hear about these guys and they're performing in the minors, and you're like, well, why can't we see him? Why can't we see him?
How long did it take, like, Jose to get up and stay up?
I mean, Jose signed when he was 16.
Yeah, Jose was.
And he wasn't even a top prospect.
He wasn't a big prospect. No,
He came through their Dominican Academy. He came through their
Sabathia
academy.
went through quick. But
CC
that's rare. These days, guys are moving
Pitchers,
quicker.
though. Them pitchers always kind of.
I think they're moving
Go ahead,
quicker
Mike, did we
because
fix
they're
it?
trained better.
No, but Danny is super. He's going to come on Tuesday at 11:30 now.
Great.
This
Oh,
is
that's
a complete R issue. We're sorry, Danny.
Appreciate you, man.
He was ready, and
He's a good dude.
I've never seen this issue.
Yeah, I
before,
was looking
so,
forward to
He's a
talking
really
with him.
good
So
dude.
he's going to come on Tuesday, so
All
we'll
right.
get Danny back on.
Yeah.
We're legitimately sorry for anyone. I know we teased
Cool.
him.
All right,
Teased him that he was
well,
coming on,
our
so
new schedule starts next week, so Jason and G will miss that.
that's a
Gee, what that? You only on Monday, Wednesday,
But
Friday?
we're talking Guardians. Let's
won't see.
keep
Yeah,
the
go
Guardians
ahead.
train rolling
We don't-
because
we
I have no
never
idea
put
what you
him
guys
with
said for the
Tigers?
last 15
I mean, I
minutes.
think we've. Well, I was just saying that it's like it is frustrating because there are no potential great, with almost no exceptions. Like all the great players, football players, you see them in college.
Yeah.
And then it's the pros. There's no in between. Same thing in basketball. I know there's the G League, but the guys playing great in the G
The
League.
top guys go right to.
Yes, exactly. So you got to think of minor league baseball as college in some cases. But if a guy played college, it's like, well, what does he need more practice? You know,
It is
But
an
it's
adjustment.
because of this. It's because of the contract system in baseball, which is totally flawed.
Well, it is, but it's also an enormous jump even from college to A-ball. It's or to double from college to the majors. There's a massive jump in
right. But
pitching.
here's the thing. Yes, you're right. But I said to you before, if Chase DeLauder is great in spring training, he should start the season in the majors, and you said that won't happen.
That won't happen.
That's only for one reason. That's contract.
That's contract.
And,
Yeah.
and by the way,
But
even
that's two
if-
separate conversations.
That's not a thing that only the Guardians do. Even big market teams do stuff like that. Not all the time, but they do that sometimes. And it's the flaw in the system, which is why I felt for years they need to change the system. That players, it should be total years in the organization, not just in the majors, and then it wouldn't matter. Now, guys might get rushed. Who knows? But
I think baseball needs to overhaul
everything.
even the arbitration. I was talking to
I don't understand
I
it.
was talking to a player in a different sport, like a big time player
Yeah.
in a different sport, who said baseball arbitration is so messed up.
It's
Because
crazy.
you play your ass off for this team, you put up great numbers, and then they try and lowball you, and then they sit across from you and tell you why you suck,
Yeah.
and why they only want to pay you this much.
Right. Now, some players
And then
will
you shake hands, and then they're telling you how
Why-
great you
Some
are.
players will say, "Hey, it's business." I understand, but there are some players that definitely get offended by it.
I don't think there's very many players who say it's business. I understand. I think most
Well,
of them.
I've heard. Well,
I think most of them get upset.
I just hate. I'm gonna be honest. I hate 99% of the business side of baseball.
well, yes.
I
For
don't get
example, there was I think it was the first arbitration hearing that got settled yesterday in baseball. It was between the Pirates and this pitcher named Johan Oviedo, who was barely pitched. You know what the money was? He was asking. I don't know the exact dollars, but it was basically he was asking for 1.1 million, and the Pirates offered him 900,000.
It's ridiculous.
To go to arbitration over $200,000 in a $1 billion sport
Yep.
is insane.
But the Pirates ownership,
Yeah.
you want to yell about Cleveland? Pittsburgh's reputation is a million times worse.
Well, because they haven't had the good front office. The only difference between the Pirates and Guardians is the quality of the front office.
Well, it's a pretty big difference because the Guardians win and the Pirates
it
don't.
is, but it's not like our owner
They should-
spends any more than the Pirates
But
do.
at least they win.
They should relegate. They should.
I hear you.
They should
Crazy.
relegate these dudes just like in soccer. Hey, bro, you want to be a AA team next year? Keep playing around. Not
Well,
spending
I'll
no
tell
money.
you, the Dodgers AA pitching staff is better than the White Sox pitching staff. I'll tell you that, 100%. In fact, the Dodgers AAA roster this year will probably be better than half the teams.
So
in
is
baseball.
this a good? If I bet $100 that the Dodgers are going to win 110 games, is that a good bet?
Yeah, I mean they're going to win 110 games most likely. The question is, will they break the record for the most wins?
There's so much variance in baseball with injuries and everything else. I mean, I would bet they probably would 110.
Last year, their whole starting rotation pretty much was on the injured list in the playoffs, and they still won the World Series. Their rotation.
They have 5 number ones.
Yeah, I don't know yet that Yamamoto's the number one. He hasn't proven that yet, but
They
4
got-
ones and a
they
2.
They got 5 number 1 pitch. Shut up.
Glass now, Sasaki,
Snell.
Those are 3
And
number
Ohtani.
ones. Ohtani,
Yeah.
that's 4 number 1s.
That's wild.
Yeah.
And they just got that.
And they got
we
all
just-
these young pitchers who they won't be able to have in the big leagues. They'll have them if guys get hurt.
Why can't we get some of them? Why can't,
They're young pitchers.
why can't we get? They got 5 number 1s. Why can't
Yeah.
we trade for one of them dudes?
Probably could. Probably could. Not to mention their 1, 2, 3 in the lineup of Ohtani, Freeman, and Betts, and Teoscar Hernandez in the cleanup spot. Yeah, I mean their team is loaded. Now I heard the Yankees owner complaining about it. Nobody wants to hear from him.
Yeah, shut up.
Think about that,
yeah.
Bull. The Yankees trotted out their $500 million lineup,
Yeah.
and they got smoked by backups last year.
Yeah.
That series wasn't even
Well, not
close.
backups in the lineup, but
But
yes,
They
backup pitchers. Yes.
backup pitchers, you got smoked. I actually felt bad for the Yankees. I'm like, bro, they Yankees, the Yankees.
As much as I hate the disparity, I'd still root for the Dodgers over the Yankees in the World Series, because I don't want the Yankees to ever win again.
I will say this: for having the most plain jerseys of all time, the Yankees and the Dodgers got great jerseys. It's crazy.
Isn't it funny that they don't change their jerseys every other year like all
Yeah.
these other teams do?
They just
people get so mad at me, but I get so aggravated. The Browns just changed their color scheme because the product on the field is such shit.
Yeah, right.
So look at the shiny object over here.
Yeah.
We're gonna make the orange oranger. We're
Yeah.
gonna change this. We're gonna change. Win. Just win.
That's it.
If you win, nobody cares about the jerseys. When you don't win, you got to do stupid crap like that.
You know what's funny is that yesterday I was listening to MLB radio and they were talking with this guy, Jake Cousins, a relief pitcher who had been with the Brewers and he went to the Yankees last year. And he had a beard before he went to the Yankees. And they asked him, was it tough to shave the beard? And he was like, I get to play for the Yankees.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
Like,
Shave my head.
If you're the Mariners, you're not getting away with everybody has to shave.
Yeah, you're right.
But when you're the Yankees, like everybody wants to play for the Yankees.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Not Ken Griffey didn't.
No, he
Yeah, I don't know that everybody does. Jose Ramirez don't want to play in New
didn't.
York.
Fine, but you know what I'm saying. There's a lot
Yes,
of guys.
there's a
There's
lot of
more
guys
guys
who
that
do.
want to play for the Yankees than
Then
any
don't.
other team.
Yep.
We may hate them, but there's something special about being a Yankee. As much as we may
Yeah,
all
the
hate that.
paycheck.
Yeah, they
That's
gonna-
pretty special. They
Yeah.
pay more in New York than they do
Well,
anywhere else.
but
And-
Jake Cousins isn't making big money.
And like Bull said, like they give you hours of talk time on the radio. You are a big deal. Like people say, you couldn't pick any of the Guardians out on the lineup if you was walking down the street and you saw them.
Yeah.
I bet you they could do that in New York. I bet you they know what you look like.
Yeah, sure.
That'd be I'd have to walk away from that deal. The Yankees said you got to shave your beard.
You'd be out.
I can't. I'm not shaving my beard.
That's all he got. What you mean?
Yeah.
All right. Well, you
I
can't
don't
play for
even
the
know what I
Yankees.
look like without my beard.
What are you talking about?
When's the last time you didn't have facial hair?
College.
Yeah, I seen some old Tyvus
I had
Powell
like a
highlights.
chin- I had like
he had
a
a
chin
he had a
strap.
chin strap.
Yeah.
It was thin though.
You did the thin chin strap?
Yeah.
That's rough.
You know why?
Yeah.
Because that was the first time like it connected. Like, when it connected, I said, "Oh."
That's a game changer right there.
Real quick.
Yeah.
My daughter was cheerleading,
Yeah.
7th grade game,
Yeah.
and the 8th grade played after.
Yeah.
And this kid on the 8th grade team, I could say the school, right?
Yeah.
Why did I say the school?
Yeah.
Berea
Yeah.
Mid Park has this 8th grader, and AJ had to go against him in football.
Yeah.
Dude is a monster, full beard, 8th grade,
AJ,
beard.
Keep in mind, folks who haven't seen him, AJ, Jason's son, is a monster.
He's a monster. My kid's a monster, but
Yeah.
he's not.
This
but
kid's
he's
even more of a
Is he a
monster.
wrestler?
AJ's a muscle monster. This
Yeah.
kid's just big, and he didn't have a ton of stamina.
Yeah.
And he was defensive tackle, and AJ
Yeah.
was playing guard, and AJ held his own against a kid in football.
Right.
And he walked by at the basketball game.
Yeah.
AJ's like, "That's the guy." Beard, 8th grade, beard.
Yeah,
It's
beard.
like, you gotta be
I had facial hair in the 8th grade,
What?
but I didn't have a full beard though. Yeah,
Oh,
but I had a mustache. In
Maybe
the 8th grade.
goatee, maybe not full beard, maybe
It
goatee.
wasn't. It was dark. Like my stuff
Yeah.
got dark when I was in high school.
Yeah.
Like the mustache.
Hey,
part,
listen,
but
if they
like,
let
hair.
if they let
No.
if they let me get a beard, it's over for everybody.
I didn't get a
Dead.
beard till
You know what?
I couldn't grow facial hair until I was 29.
That's the thing about living in today's world. You can go get that done.
Yeah, I know, right?
That's
Like,
it. Anything that you ever had a desire for, you can make it happen. People that's short
true.
can get tall.
What do you mean you can get tall? How you get
They
tall?
got surgery for you could do stuff to your knees
That's
to get
insane.
you like 6 inches.
That's crazy.
I'm
You
good
have to
being
be a
short.
lunatic.
They
to do
break
something
your shin and then put a.
Those people are you are mentally
You could be tall.
unstable.
You
if
can
do
see
that.
the
That
world
should
in
be
a
illegal.
whole different light.
That should be illegal. And I'd love to be tall, but that should be illegal.
You can do it, boo. I'm just saying, in
I would
2025, anything that you want, you can do it now.
Except for healthcare at a reasonable price.
We got super chat to wrap up the show here.